What's up, y'all? Welcome to A World of a Difference. I'm one of your hosts, Heavy.
Me, Adrian, again.
And this is A World of a Difference, a show where we talk about things that we have learned, applied to our lives, and seen it make a world of a difference.
And since we're married and opposites attract, we often have a difference of opinion, but are still able to coexist in one world, a world of a difference.
That's right. I almost said your line, but it's all good. I don't know why I was finna do that. But welcome, y'all. Welcome. We ain't gonna cut it out. We ain't gonna edit it. We gonna let y'all see the real mess ups and all because we ain't perfect. All right. So, how was your day today? Okay, I'll take it. That's a good day. My last 2-3 days been kind of crazy. Been fighting a little sore throat, cold, whatever. I ain't really been around nobody. I ain't really said much in the house. This most that I have talked just for y'all. I'm opening up for y'all. I ain't been really saying nothing in the past 2-3 days, trying to preserve my voice and trying to heal, just to be here for y'all. So thank y'all for y'all support. Continue to tune in to us and have grace on us today. All right. So first question that I have for you. What is your top 3 Halloween candies, since it is Halloween?
I don't have a favorite candy because I like all candies. I like sour candies, I like sweet candies, and chocolate is kind of moving a little further on down the list, but I don't really care for chocolate no more, so I don't have a favorite Halloween candy.
Okay, well, name first 3 candies come to mind that you like.
Hershey's got this little pretzel chocolate bar, which is delicious. I love that.
You sleeping?
It's been a little rough week. I've been trying to get a toddler on a decent sleeping schedule, and last night was really rough. But anyway, I like this candy called Hachu. I think it's like a little Japanese candy or whatever. It's really good. Sour candies, I really don't have like a favorite of those because I like all sour candies. Yeah, I like all sour candies.
That's 2.
I said the Hershey, the Hachu. Hachu is the sweet, sour. I don't have a favorite.
Oh, well, my favorite is Milky Way, Twix, Snickers. And if I can have an honorary mention, it would be a Baby Ruth. I mean, they all pretty much the same candies, caramel, chocolate, whatever, but them is mine. Did I say Twix?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay. We're going to let my wife start off this week. I'm going to fill in when needed, but we're just going to let her start it off this week since I'm just not getting over my little cold. So we're going to let her start it off. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not the talker, so bear with me.
That's all right. You got to be ready.
I ain't ready today, but I'm here.
Let's go.
All right, so we're going to talk about black love tonight.
Okay.
I know we talk about love quite often on the show because it is a big part of marriage and just life in itself. Love is really big. Now, from a man's perspective, what do you think women really want in a man?
Stability.
That's all?
Yeah. Because I've met women that don't really like affection. But I've never met one that say I don't like you taking care of the house. I ain't never met that. So if I can just sum it up into one thing, it would be stability.
So that's it, just stability.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
Well, with you being a woman, what do you look for in a man?
Stability is number one because I don't want nobody that's not stable-minded. Stable-minded will have you somewhere
Okay.
out on the street. I think in a man.
Money, you want some money?
Oh my God, how you gonna ask me a question?
I'm just saying, my hands. I ain't want to,
And none of the, like you say, ain't nothing gonna be edited. Golly. Okay, stability. Okay, so what exactly is stability? Because stability just is what?
Stable. The household is stable. You got to worry about, is the lights going to be off this week? Is my car going to get repoed? Stuff like that.
So would you say stability and a provider are kind of the same thing?
Yeah, it can be. But you can have a provider that's not stable. They provide every once in a while. You get what I'm saying?
Well, that's why stability, a provider, a protector, And my answers may be a little different from others because some people did grow up having a father. I didn't grow up having a father. So that plays a lot in big in what I look for in a man.
So what is a protector to you? So we broke down what is stableness. What is a protector?
He don't let nobody get you.
Huh?
He don't let nobody get the person, like a robber or you know, a purse snatcher or something. I don't know.
Okay, so you know when you walking, you know a man's supposed to walk on the left side, a woman's supposed to walk on the inside.
Why?
For protection.
So they'll get you first, is
Right.
what you're saying.
You remember when I first started going to church with you,
Oh, yeah.
and I made you switch spots?
Because I love the end seat on the pew because it's comfortable versus just sitting straight up, which I don't like. I've always been a person who liked the end of the pew.
Right, but that changed. I made you switch it up.
He made literally because I had a whole attitude because I didn't understand, like, you know, I mean, stuff happens, but I ain't think nobody was gonna get me at church. Just being honest, but stuff does happen
then
now.
You start seeing mass shootings in church.
I'm saying.
I'm
So
saying.
because you sit on the end row, that means the bad person will get the. I don't get
Not
that.
necessarily, but you and the kids got a better chance to get away. If I jump in the way and wrestle with them or whatever, y'all got a better chance to get away than me. That's what protector is.
Okay, well.
The Bible say love your wife as Christ did the church. What did Christ do for the church? He died for the church. So I got to be willing to die for you if necessary. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
I mean, that's real.
Okay, so I need you to protect me from a purse snatcher, possibly.
That mean you got to quit wearing that see-through pouch like I told you.
Oh my God.
It's getting close to the Christmas holidays and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm so tired of him talking about this. We have T-Mobile, and so they had T-Mobile Tuesdays, and they gave away free fanny packs. And I've been wearing it since this summer because I am very, very, very forgetful. I used to not have anything. I used to just keep my wallet when I went in the store in the buggy, and then I would leave it. And then when it was time for me to check out, I would get up there to the register, and I can't find my cards. So I found the fanny pack, and it has been a lifesaver thus far. However, he says it's coming up to the holidays, and because it's a clear one, he don't want anybody to snatch me in the fanny pack.
But the thing is, it's another key thing. She begged me for a fanny pack, and I bought her one that she don't wear.
Because I haven't went anywhere. What do I go to with a fanny pack?
It don't matter. Your safety, you got a different fanny pack, like it's the only one you got. Why you won't switch it out?
Because I like that one.
Oh, so you don't like the one I bought?
I haven't given it a shot yet.
Oh,
I gotta make sure it can pass the test. However, okay. I need somebody that I'm not an affectionate person at all. Like no malicious stuff. This
Nope.
just not it for me. I'm sorry.
nope.
No, none of that.
That's why I say I met women that don't like affection, but I ain't never met one that don't like stability.
Well, I don't like affection, so I can just X that off my list. That's just too mushy for me. All the holding hands and all that little.
It's mushy for you until God make you need somebody to hold your hand.
Okay, well then, but I'm just saying, as of right now, I don't like affection.
Look, and if y'all hear any noise in the background, she is washing clothes during this episode. So there's the wash machine. So bear with us, forgive us. I told y'all, give us grace.
Well, you want to have clean clothes, don't you?
Yeah, but it could have been before we recorded.
Well, it's so many loads of clothes. Friday is my wash day, but I did have to leave to go take care of some business today. So that kind of threw me behind in washing. I normally start on Thursdays now, but you want the clean clothes or not?
No matter to me. I was just explaining to them if they hear that that's what it was.
Excuse our washing machine. I don't know what else to look for.
You was on
than
stability. You was on protection.
that. I don't know what else.
You don't know what else to look for, man. So long as a man can provide for you and protect you, you good. Looks, none of that don't matter.
Looks fade.
How he treat his children, or how he treat, how is he with his parents, his mom, none of that stuff don't matter to you.
I ain't gonna say it don't matter. I just don't. I guess I don't have that problem, so I don't have to. It's hard when you already married, saying what you're looking for in a spouse or a man when you already married to somebody. So
No, we've been married 7 years. You dated before me.
That's not even worth.
So basically, I came along and made you forget all your exes.
Oh, boy, please.
That's what
What
that
are you
is.
saying?
Okay.
Nah,
That's what you just said.
Now he's taking it a bit extreme.
That's what you just said in a nutshell. You said since you married, you can't describe nobody else.
Because I don't have, that's not my focus anymore. When you're single and you're looking to date, you got a checklist of what you want. Ain't no way nobody married still got a checklist.
How old are you?
That's none of their
I'm
business.
saying, how old are you?
I'm an adult.
You over 30 years old.
You don't have to say that.
We've been married 7. So that means you got at least 23 years prior. So
23 years of wrong people.
So you only been married 7. So your checklist ain't went nowhere. You've been single longer than you've been married. So come on with it.
My prior relationship record is just none and void. Okay, so just move on past that.
I got you. So that's it. Protector, stability.
I mean, it's hard for me because I don't got to look for that no more.
What about-
Of course, in the beginning, I wanted to know how somebody was going to treat my children.
What about faith?
Oh, you need that.
Huh?
You need that.
You didn't mention it. That's why I'm asking.
Because I don't even really know what to say. I don't look for stuff in a man no more.
Faith?
I ain't looking for you to have no faith no more. If I don't know you got, we've been married.
So if I stop believing in God, you'll stay with me?
No, I'm not saying that, but that ain't on my. I don't have a list no more of what I'm looking for in a man.
What I'm saying, we only been married 7 years. You ain't erased 23 years of experience.
It's 23 years of none and void. It's nothing to even discuss at this point.
Okay. So, stability, protector, faith. Next question. All right. Is it important to have time set aside for your spouse besides with the children?
It's important. It's hard to do, but it's important.
Why is it important?
Because it depends on. Some men now are home dads.
I ain't never heard of such thing.
Well, it is a such thing. It is a such thing as a home dad.
I couldn't be at home.
I know you could.
I
know you could.
I would find me something to do with the children that brings some money. Me and the children would be doing something. I couldn't just sit at home. I just can't.
Well,
I'd be big as a house. I'm already big, but I'd be super swole. I wouldn't do nothing but eat all day. That's it. I know it because I went to work late Thursday. I went to work about 1 o'clock. They called me. I went to work about 1 o'clock, and I ate probably about 2-3 times within that morning. I said, "Nah, I can't do this. I can't do it." And I'm supposed to be on the diet, so. But anyway, why is it important to have time?
I think it's important because they give you time to discuss your, the future plans you have for your family. I just say growth financially, mentally, because with it's only certain conversations you can have with kids versus when you with, your spouse. You can, have grown-up conversations.
I think it's important because you want to continue to fuel their friendship. You want to remain friends. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, and this happens with a lot of marriages. You get so focused on raising the children, and neglecting one another that when the children are gone, now y'all ain't got no relationship because the only relationship and the only thing y'all had in common was the children. But now the children are grown and got married, are grown and went off to school. Now y'all realize that y'all done grew apart from each other because y'all didn't spend those years communicating and still fueling the friendship. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see so many people now getting divorced in their 50s and 60s. And for you, like, why would they wait all this time to get divorced? They've been married all these years. Well, that's one of the reasons. I won't say it's the main reason, but it's one of the reasons is because their friendship ain't there no more. They forgot to fuel it. They got so hectic on either he working all the time or she working all the time or them focusing all their attention on the children. So I think it's important to still have a date night, at least once a month. We ain't been doing that since COVID or nothing like that, but make up stuff around the house. Since came home, see my wife bought Family Feud, so I guess we'll be playing Family Feud. Do stuff like that in the house. You know what I'm saying? Do you agree? Disagree?
I agree. I was listening to this show. His name is Dr. Delaney, and this lady, she came on and she had a question. She was like, "What do I do now? I've been married to my husband for so many amount of years," and she basically spent her whole life being a mom to her kids.
Mm-hmm.
For 25 years, she was dedicated just strictly to her kids. She didn't work. She was a stay-at-home mom. I mean, everything from the way she talked, she was really motherly, and she kind of put her husband back on the back burner. And now the kids are gone off to college. She don't know what to do. She don't know how to rekindle. But I appreciate the honesty, because at least she just didn't let it, die. At least she knew, okay, well, I've dedicated all this time to my kids. Now I don't know how to properly love my spouse. Or, I don't even know what to say to my spouse at this point. So that can happen. I heard, I did hear somebody say that or whatever. And the advice he gave them was just, start back going out on dates, doing stuff you first did when you first met one another. So that's true. It can happen. Kids require a lot of time. They require a lot of attention. They require a lot from you. Especially now since you homeschool.
Well, that's a blessing.
Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Okay, so with the school system that my children are in, December the 21st, they will be taking virtual learning away. Okay, all right. I had a little fit about that. Went on a little rant.
They say they will be taking virtual learning away.
Yeah, okay. So get this. School called the other day because it's storming. School delayed. Cool. Call back at 5 o'clock that morning. School will be closed. Okay, cool, got that. Turn around and call 3 hours later. Everybody got to have their children back at home with them. They didn't give them no 2 weeks notice. They didn't give them a week notice. They gave them 1 day. School will be shut down for 2 weeks for now because they don't have any teachers that are willing to teach, and they can't get any subs. What type of mess is that?
That's just the beginning.
And it's crazy. It is so crazy because I feel bad again for the parents who have a job. What do? Especially now with this COVID going on, people probably had to walk off a job because, the job wasn't willing to, allow them to come back after the whole little shutdown, and knowing that they had to do the virtual learning for so many weeks. But just imagine all the parents who went out and got a job, and now you have to tell your employer, hey, I need to be off for 2 weeks because the school is officially closing because they are short on staff. So now I have to rearrange my whole life again and be at home with the kids. Like, going into this whole thing, I ain't gonna lie, the whole virtual learning and the whole beginning process of this thing, I couldn't function it because it's hard when you've been doing something for 11 years. You used to waking up, you used to doing this, you used to doing that, and when it's taken away from you, you don't really know how to handle it. Well, I won't say I didn't know how to handle it. It was very hard for me adjusting to something that I had been doing for 11 years. The same routine every single day.
I mean to interrupt, but quick question. Why did they say back to virtual learning?
Because they can't get no teachers to come to work.
Why can't they get teachers to come to work?
Because my only conclusion is nobody want to risk their life for a paycheck, and nobody should have to.
Well, this is why. 723 COVID cases in Alabama schools this week.
Wow.
That's why. You see it.
That is crazy. And the crazy part, I was just reading it. Me and Donald, we went to look at houses Sunday, and I was just reading looking on the news while he was driving, and they was just saying in West Blockton, that's what first happened at, where they closed down the schools because they didn't have enough teachers. And I just like, what's really going on? And then to get the phone call this week from our children's school system, I was like, wow, and it's crazy. I just feel sorry for the parents who just went out and got a job, and now you got to tell your employee, hey, I got to find somebody. I got to find somebody to keep my child, or I'm going to have to walk off this job too.
Well, it comes down to what's best for your family. At the end of the day, what sacrifice you want to make? You gonna sacrifice the job to have a healthy family, or you gonna sacrifice a healthy family to have a job? You know what I'm saying? So it's really just thank God that you blessed to be in the position that you're in, where you don't have to do that.
This week was really kind of like a battle for me this week. And I was like, God, you know, I don't understand, but I trust your plan. That's all this week. I don't understand, but I trust your plan. When them people call me, I said, oh my God. God has a way of doing everything. You don't understand in the beginning why you're, you know, traveling down the path that you're on.
You gotta trust him.
But later on, it'll make so much sense. I had one of my family members, you need to go get a job. You can go get a job now. So many people hiring, da da this, da da that.
Mm-hmm.
To be back at square one again,
that
makes sense.
You see, France, and we don't listen to outside interference. If it ain't in the plan that God has spoke to us, I don't care what nobody say. But anyway, France, the president of France made an announcement, I think 2 days ago. He's putting France back on lockdown. He putting France back on lockdown because the COVID cases, and they had the lowest amount of cases.
Oh wow!
But it jumped up in October. A ton. Like from April to September, it was mellow. For when the thing had, thing came in March, but it had the little chart from April to October, it was mellow. Then when it got to October, it shot up. Mm-hmm.
But I wonder what's causing the cases to rise because
Well, because you got more open now. Oh. See, when stuff when as open as it was, you see what I'm saying? That's why the cases kind of mellowed down. Mm-hmm. You had even when people that were going to school, they were going 3 days, 2 days. You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
So now you got people going full time. Plus you got sports activities. It wasn't sports activities. You got sports activities going on. So much, everything is just back open. So just think about it.
You're right about that sports activity. I don't mean to cut you off, but the crazy thing about the school system, they're sending the kids home for learning, but they're going to keep the sports.
Because it's money.
You ain't lying.
You ain't got to tell me.
No, it's so crazy that you said that because me and the kids were having a conversation about school being closed. Okay, and so Donald's thing has always been in kind of mind too. Once they get the money, the school's going to be shut back down. Okay, I was reading on Facebook the other day. The school system that our children attend and 2 more other systems, they were approved for a large amount of money.
I'm telling you.
And so as I was driving, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. They have gotten the money that they need now. So now they're free to shut everything down. We can go back to square one because we have made the money, and you are not lying. That thing came across on the news.
That's how it goes.
Whatever I was reading. And I put 2 and 2 together. I said, oh my God, this is something else.
So when I told you that, you didn't believe me?
It ain't that I ain't believe you, but it's just seeing it. And it's just how it happened. The thing came out. They posted that the school systems received the money. It was a large amount of money. I kid you not, this had to be Monday or Tuesday when it was posted. No, probably like last Friday was posted that they did receive the money. These 3 school systems. Here we are. The following week, this Wednesday, bam, we're all going to e-learning. Ain't that crazy? And the crazy part about it is they're out of school for the 2 weeks. So by the time they go back, they'll be out for Thanksgiving break. And after Thanksgiving break, they might as well just call it a wrap.
After Thanksgiving break, the election will be over. All that'll be over then. So now you can shut everything back down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can call me what you want to call me. We ain't trying to convince nobody to do it. Y'all do what y'all want to do. As for me and my house, that's all I can speak on. Hey, if I got to be Noah, I'll be Noah. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's cool. I
don't know how we keep getting on this. And then the whole thing of, with Thanksgiving. Now, you can't have large gatherings at your house. If you have a gathering at your house, you got to wear a mask and all this stuff. Like, I don't understand why people think it's okay to just take things back to how they were in the beginning. There's no way you can do that.
I can't speak for anybody else. I can only say for me and my house.
And it's crazy they brought the kids back in full effect learning for like 3 weeks.
I told you that though.
Yeah, because when they had to go to school for the test, and he was like, okay, when they went to school for testing, they just wanted to see if you would bring your child back for testing. And true enough.
Then you get a kid that ain't been around their friends. They go to school for one day and see all their friends. Now what's in their mind? I want to go back to school.
And that was the first question one of mine asked. Well, can we go back to school now?
That's how it does. I knew that because the car that I bought it from a guy. And the guy was the principal at the high school. You remember that? Mm-hmm. And this was when COVID was first kicking off. It was first kicking off. And I asked him, at home. I asked him, I said, are y'all going to do school? He said, man, I sure hope so. And this is a proper, predominantly, white, one of these big schools,
Oh, God, you didn't have to say that.
Hey, it is what it is. So he said, yeah. Then he went to bragging about the football field, the football. So I'm like, okay, I put two and two together. That's why you want the kids to come back to school, because the kids determine your budget. You get what I'm saying? That's how it goes. If the kids ain't here, we can't get. See, just think about this right here. If I get $10,000 per child, right? Mm-hmm. And I got, let's just say, 1,000 students. That's what, 100,000? That's $100,000 budget. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If I spend that on redoing my football field, then that's gonna do what? Bring more people in to buy tickets to come see the game. Because you see what I'm saying? It's business. That's all it is. It's a strategy. And some people, they have to send their children out. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have no choice. They got to work. They can't let their house go in foreclosure and stuff like that. I'm just saying, be mindful and praise God that He have positioned us to where we don't have to do that. You get what I'm saying? And now every week ain't peachy and cream, but He still make it mellow. You know what I'm saying? And I trust the process, because if He said do it, I'm gonna do it. Because He know better than I do. He already know the outcome. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna trust Him. Yeah. I don't know how we got there, but
and we keep getting here.
Maybe it's God, Okay. So that was kind of a hard conversation to have, you know what I'm saying? So what's the easy way to have hard conversations?
I don't think it is one. I just think it depends on what the topic may be. Is it something that it's just hard, because sometimes if it's marriage or relationship, if the person comes to the table with a certain type of question, then the other person automatically kind of get in like what is called?
Debacle? What you trying to say?
Debacle.
What are you trying to say?
Like a defensive mode.
Oh.
So I don't think, and then you have to look at it. It just depends on the topic. It could be about family. Like, it was this one girl I was listening to, and she left home at 18 years old. She had been gone for 5 years, and now she wants to go back home. She don't know how to go back home. The reason why she left home because her mother was physically abusive and verbally abusive. And she wants to rekindle things. But the person that was giving the advice told her some things you have to let go.
Right.
People don't always see their faults. And she was just saying how she didn't want her mom to look at her as the rebellious child because she ran away. But she ran away to do what was better for herself. So I guess it depends on the type of conversation that's being had.
Well, I don't say that it's easy to have hard conversations, but you still got to have the hard conversations, whether it's easy or not. So the best way to do it is just jump right into it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go on, clear the air, get this out the way, get the elephant out the room. That way, at least we know where we stand, if nothing else.
That part is true.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So let's clear the air and get the elephant out of the room.
I agree. But how do you just like, hey, I just want to sit and talk with you? Because I'm pretty sure the person knows something.
I'm pretty sure. Well, sometimes they may not, depending on how their communication is. And it depends on what the relationship is between the two people.
So do you think it's okay just to brush some stuff under the rug like it never happened, or do you think...
It depends on your relationship. Depending on who is it that you talking to. If y'all not usually known for doing that, then no.
You just
If y'all known for talking through things, then why start sweeping it under the rug now? You get what I'm saying?
so okay, just like you're willing to have a conversation with a person, but sometimes we want the person to see their wrong in what they did that caused us to be hurt.
But see, you can't go and see, especially if you're in a marriage or relationship, anytime you going into it with an I mentality, you're going to lose anyway. The outcome should be, how you come to it should be what's going to make us better. So you should go into it with a we mindset instead of an I. So if I come into it trying to prove my point, and then you're going to come and try to prove your point, we ain't going to get nowhere.
So how do you discuss something like that? Because
First of all, I don't mean to cut you off, but first of all, if the topic that we going to talk about, is it going to help us or hurt us? You get what I'm saying?
I mean, but clearly somebody is hurt, because that's why the discussion needs to take place.
Right. So if it's to the point where I just got to talk to you about this, I can't let it fly or nothing like that. I got to come to you. I got to know you. I got to know your characteristics. The way I know how to come at you. Some people you can talk to and say, and you don't do this and you don't do that, and they need that. But some people they can't take when you first said. You got to say, baby, look, you did this the other day and I didn't appreciate it. And they still might crawl at you when you say, well, what do you mean, sir? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, so you just got to know your spouse. You know?
Okay, but it's not even dealing with marital wise. Let's say if you have a best friend or a close friend.
Still, you should know your relationship. If this is your best friend, my best friend is Martez. I know Martez's characteristics. I know how to come at him. You know what I'm saying? The same topic, we can be talking about the same topic, but I come at you different and I come at him different because I know y'all characteristics.
So what happens when you bring, the fault or whatever the problem may be to the person and they're in denial? Do you just leave it alone because you have said what you had to say?
Yeah, if I come to you once and you're in denial, for me, this is what I do. I'm going to come to you, I'm going to tell you, then I'm going to pray about it. Pray that God reveal it to you, because I've sowed the seed. See what I'm saying? I don't know if you probably didn't felt it before, but I know I have. I done said something, and it still didn't happen, then I pray about it, and then God will touch the heart of the person. You get what I'm saying? I've seen that happen before. And then the person come to you and say exactly what you said the first time, but I guess they weren't listening to when you said it, but when God put it inside them, they had to humble themselves down and say, hey, you were right, or whatever. Yeah, I've seen that happen. All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna try to do these episodes shorter now. Big announcement coming, y'all. Stay tuned. We got some things coming to y'all. Man, thank y'all for all who support, who share, who watch, who like, who subscribe. We got some things coming in the works. If God lets it happen, and if COVID lets it happen, I don't know what the future holds, but if it do, we got some things coming that's gonna be a change of scenery and just to change the way we do things. So God is good. I trust him. I love him. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye, guys. I'm freezing cold.